All right, we're back to this duct mess here that I'm reworking. And right now we're at 77 degrees, which is much cooler. So I have this supply right here dumping into my workspace, and I have another supply right over there dumping into my workspace up here for the last 2 hours. It brought it down from 89 degrees down to 77 degrees up in my area, and it's the room from yesterday's videos that I was working on. And as you can see, a little cool and chilly because it's a little air restriction, because we're only pulling through one filter and it's still kinked way over there. So if you can see, I'll put my finger where it is. That right there, that upwards right there, that's 290-degree kinks. That is the supply, and it's really restricted still. I got the return. This is the return right here that I fixed yesterday. Now I'm working on the supplies. I'm adding in the hard 90s right there, and I'm elevating the system. It was laying on the ground, and by laying on the ground, they were having the ductwork just laying on the ground because that was easy and cheap, and they had this like this going in a hard 90 like this, and then dropping into a hard 90 like that. And you can see, if you look at it, how restricted it is. It's kinked right here, and it's just a small opening. So just getting some of their wood pallets that they have downstairs, and I'm elevating the whole ductwork trunk right there so that manifold can drop in to our 90s. Everything can be straight, level. And the room downstairs, what are we down to? The room downstairs could not get below 74 degrees with no load in the room, the way it was before. With a load, it was going over 86 degrees with a load in the room, and they were having to keep the air conditioning running 24/7, open up the doors and put fans on open doors to keep the room sustain when there's more than enough cooling to actually take care of the room. The only problem was, it didn't matter how many guys were sent out here to keep checking charge and cleaning things and moving things, they never took care of airflow. All it was, the only problem was airflow. Airflow is king. You don't take care of airflow, I don't care what kind of magic squirt juice you stick into the system, you're not going to make it colder. So now that we have nice airflow, and we're getting colder, still restricted, but this is one problem they didn't have before. Now, by fixing some of the problem and me correcting charge and everything like that, you don't see it too much now because I also dropped the humidity up here, but you can see it's all wet. Now the ductwork is getting so cold, the ground is all wet because they never insulated that, but it never worked right, so it never really got cold unless the filter got restricted and the evaporator turned into a block of ice. But now I'm making lots of condensation on this metal ductwork up here, and so I'm fixing one problem and creating another problem that was never addressed because it was never insulated. So I will probably have to insulate their ductwork that they never insulated before, because it is making lots of water down there. Came up here to a puddle of water this morning. So that's one problem on this series of fixing this ductwork. And I still have the other one to fix back there. This is one room right here, and then way far in the back there, there's another room. And yeah, work in progress. And as you can see, we are doing what we need to do to get things to work right. And so my hopes is once they have all their equipment on and the heat load downstairs, we will be able to maintain the temperature that they want in the room by doing nothing more than fixing the existing ductwork. That's it. I'm trying to add as little as possible. So the expensive materials, I added hard 90s or I'm turning them into 45s in some situations. I'm elevating the ductwork. I'm shifting the ductwork around. I'm making a long sweep, a long sweep, instead of all this ductwork was crunched down within a 5-foot span. All this that was going around from where you see my finger, where the pink is, right right there where the tip of my finger moving, that pink coming all the way around. This is over 20 feet, 20, 25 feet, going all the way around, coming down here, going all the way down there. It was basically going into a hard 90 and right to the pink. So all that was squashed up, going right into the pink. Literally my hand could reach in one place to the other place. So that's where I'm at. But it's kind of humid up here and I'm sweating. So I'll get to you guys on the next video and we'll see where we get from here.